Hey, what's up my Koopa Troop? It's Koops and welcome back to some more Plants vs. Zombies 2. We're still working on our endless mode right now. We did pretty well last time. We beat levels 12 and level 13. We're now on level 14 in the challenge zone. You can see we still have got the same composition of annoying zombies. However, it doesn't look like we have any seagull zombies this time around. So that's kind of nice. And what I will do now because of that, we will have those guys swinging across, but I will actually go for what we did last time, which is a lot of firepower and the snapdragons and the spring beans won't be as useful, but I can still use them at the very start here. I'll go with this strategy. Now what I can also do instead of this spring bean is I can go with this guy. Now he doesn't do a ton of damage, however with spike weeds it's a very good strategy as it stops the zombies in their tracks standing on the spikes. My problem with the spike weeds for this strategy is that later levels a lot of those barrel rollers come and then all your spike weeds are gone. So if you rely too much on spike weeds and then they all disappear, you're kind of in trouble. But I think we'll be okay nonetheless. I like what we've got going on. I probably don't need double of these things, so maybe I'll go ahead and add I'm not sure what else to add here. I could do the spring bean at the very start here to help survive because I don't have anything else except for that guy. I could do that. I'm not sure the spring bean will be useful though. Maybe the coconut can is what I'll try and add in here as well. So let's go ahead and rock with this. Let's do it. This is definitely a little bit more risky considering I'm using, you know, the twin sunflowers as opposed to the regular sunflowers. Now I did start with an extra sun there, so it's a little bit safer. However, it still is a risky strategy nonetheless. So the idea here is that I will be planting. I want to wait to see where the first zombie walks in here before I plant this down. He's on the bottom one. All right, so we'll go ahead and add that there. So these guys will be in the very far back and firing to do the extra damage there. Now, like I said, I'll be eventually getting more of those guys. For now, I'm going to add another one of these down here. I actually like a lot of times to plant them in the middle areas where the gangplanks are. But because a lot of times the seagull zombies are actually more challenging than the normal zombies. However, this time around I will be doing this way. Now we're already in trouble for these bottom lanes, this bottom lane here. I'm gonna start adding some spike weeds to do a little bit more damage to that guy. Now I'm not in trouble, I should say, but it's a little bit more risky. See, I generally like to do one lane first, and that way I can focus on one lane. So now that top lane's got more problems coming in here. Oh boy, okay, so now I need to save up 200 sun to go ahead and get my repeater, as that will be my next best strategy for this. There we go, we'll add that there. Now we're okay in that lane. However, I have not planted a lot of sunflowers. I would like to have one more at the least. And I'm not even prepared yet for any zombies coming in the other lanes, which will start happening very soon, so I need to get working on that strategy. Now, I would like a butter to come down here, and it's not happened yet. There we go. This is where they do the most damage. Getting a butter on them, getting them stuck. In fact, I tend to like to have actually two of the guys in the back with the butter, so that way I do the most damage there. Alright, that guy still isn't dead yet, but he's going down now pretty soon, so I'm not too worried about him. But you can see how much damage these things can do here. They're so annoying with that. Alright, that's gone. Now I need to start worrying about these top lanes, as this is where the zombies are going to start swinging in. I'm going to add another twin sunflower there. I'm out of sun. This guy should die in time if I can get another butter. If not, I'll have to use a plant food. Okay, he did die in time. The next guy is going to be a little bit more troublesome, but hopefully we'll be okay nonetheless. That parrot I'm definitely worried about. He's already stuck way back there, though. I'm going to add that there. I was thinking about adding it somewhere else, but I'm not for now. I won't. Okay, here comes another guy with some plant food on him. I need to kill him as quickly as possible. I need a butter to get stuck. No, damn it. All right, well that guy's gonna get a free steal on some of my stuff there. That's annoying. Nothing I really could have done to stop that there, except for maybe had a plant a little bit earlier, but honestly, even one of these things isn't good enough to stop those guys. All right, see, this is the annoying part with these guys here. They come in here and they break my stuff, and these things don't spawn in quick enough to do that. So I'm gonna actually start adding a lot more damage, as there's a lot of zombies right there, dealing a potential lot of firepower. Or I'm going to need a lot of firepower. In fact, I'm probably going to have to go ahead and plant some plant food on my guy right there. I'm not just yet, but I probably will. There we go. I don't want to lose him, so I'm going to have him jump up there and kill those zombies. That was nice. Here comes a huge wave of zombies. We do have a decent amount of firepower in these lanes here. I'm almost thinking there's not going to be any zombies in those. Okay, I was wrong, guys. I thought there would still be those swinging zombies, but I guess we didn't see them there, so they're not coming in at all. This parrot gets another free steal, though, which I don't appreciate. So my bad, I did not play that one super well. However, it still should be okay. I want to get this plant food from this guy and try and not use plant food if I can help it. There we go. This one zombie hasn't really taken much damage except from the spikes. Looks like we're okay now, though, and he is gone. All right, well, it wasn't very pretty, but we still won it nonetheless. All right, that was a quick level that time around there. All right, so, yeah, I guess I thought for sure there'd at least be a swing zombie, but with only 2 planks, it actually was relatively easy. I could have done that much better if I had been a little bit smarter, if I had realized that. I could have done a lot smarter there. Just only firepower in those middle lanes and none of the twin sunflowers. All right, so we do have some zombies coming across. Now, with this strategy, I will go back once again to this one right here. I will use the repeaters on the side to stop those guys, and I will try the spring bean once again to slow down the first wave of zombies, as that's kind of fun. I will need the spikes to stop that one guy. As for that should be good enough. My biggest concern will be the first seagull zombie, as I'm gonna need 200 sun to stop him. That's kind of a lot. Hopefully I will be able to pull that off. Normally I'd choose a basic one as well, so oh well, let's go ahead and go with this. I'm gonna plant these here. For these first ones, I can use the basic 50 guy to throw them off one way or the other. That should work out in my favor. I probably should plant it down. Well, as soon as it spawns, I should plant it down. The thing is, I need to know where they're coming from. So I gotta be careful on that. All right, where's he? He's right there in the middle. I'm not sure if this will work in the middle as well. We'll see how that works. I'm hoping it works okay. It should be all right. Does it throw them all the way off? I think it throws them 2 spaces. Nope, it threw them that way. Cool stuff, gang. Cool stuff. All right, so I already have to waste my first guy back here. Now, I could have done a snapdragon, I guess, in the very far back. That probably would have worked better. But wow, what a complete waste. It went into the backwards. I guess when they're on the sides, it throws them to the side. If they're in the middle, it throws them backwards. So that's something I need to work on a little bit here. We'll put this guy here. This should work this time around. I need another 200 sun to go ahead and start saving up for those other guys. Oh boy, and we got some problems coming in these lanes already. Now this lane, we'll get rid of that first guy. That guy will be a problem. I have a problem with the top lane as well. And I need 200 sun for it. Oh, goodness, that sucks. Okay. This guy's gonna have to go down like that. This guy at the top lane, I'm not 100% sure on just yet. Maybe I will punch him out there real fast. That should work out okay. All right, so I do need 200 sun though to stop the next incoming zombie. That's gonna be a problem. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just do this right here real fast. Then I'll kill off that guy. All right, so we're okay now. Well, at least for a little bit here. Got him, pushed him off. Nice, that works out. All right, and that one zombie obviously had the gall to come in the wrong lane. Thanks, buddy. But now at least those seagull lanes are stopped for at least a little bit. Oh man, that's annoying. That is definitely annoying. All right, so we got some guys swinging in here. That's never cool. However, if I add enough firepower, they will take damage before they even land, which is always pretty funny. Now, let's see here. We got one guy right there. I want to break this thing off right away if I can. I want to add another 200 behind this one back here, because that bonk choy is not enough. It doesn't do enough damage. There we go. And then one guy's gonna go flying. That's pretty funny. However, my guy did get munched on a little bit. Okay, the spring beans. I need to. This one in the middle actually will fire them backwards too, which is pretty fun. I'm gonna add this guy right there. There we go. All right, here comes a huge wave of zombies. We are not really prepared for this. Let's go ahead and break those guys out so they get shot right away. All right, we got some problems coming with these zombies right there. I'm gonna need. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need a lot more firepower. However, I'm not sure where I'm gonna get extra firepower, as there really isn't much for me to do with this. Let's see, that guy's gonna die. Make that guy stop right there real fast. He's down. Okay, that guy's down for the count. We do have problems coming in that middle lane. I'm going to probably use some plant food in that middle lane. There we go. And that guy bossed all of that. Wow, okay, that's cool. No, that's cool. Totally understandable how pretty much he literally bossed all of that. So, no, that's not going to be good for this time right now. Okay, we're definitely in trouble here. That guy's going to die, but I'm worried about the other guys behind him who have not died just yet. I'm not taking any damage. I'm out of sun plants too, so I'm really kind of screwed this one. I could spend some coins here to go ahead and try and save it. But I really don't want to spend money on this one, so I'm going to try and not do that if at all possible. And I need 50 sun to push this guy back at the very least. That pushed him back, but that's not going to stop anything. That was just delaying the inevitable. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I guess I gotta use the plant food here. There we go. Knock that guy's head off. All right. So we survived there. I want to use the plant food. I want to try and avoid using actual coins or anything like that. That's not what I want to do right now. All right. So now we actually have a little bit of a free spot before this final wave comes in, which we're kind of screwed for. Plant that guy down right away. So we can get rid of this guy. I need to keep planting some more sunflowers. This lane's gonna have a bit of a problem. I don't have enough sun for another 200. That guy's got some plant food for me. Why could they not have come in the good lane? Oh, that would have been so convenient. I still should be all right, though he might munch on a plant or two. Unfortunately, that's all right. All right, got that guy. All right, now these spike weeds in the back here, I can use them like that. However, I need to add more of them if I'm going to do this strategy here with more spike weeds here. So these need to be already weakening these zombies in the front, because it's a little risky to have them wait that far before I finally start doing damage. I'm going to probably need another repeater in these other lanes on the side. This lane here is having problems right now. See, spike weeds are kind of what I'm doing here. They're going to help. I'm going to use this one to get rid of this guy right here. I need more sun. Oh, I should have added that in the other. That was stupid. That was stupid position. I should have planted it one space above where I had the double repeaters, because that lane's a lot safer than this other lane. All right, the spike weed should take care of that one guy in the back. This guy in the front could be a problem. He's definitely gonna be a problem. Cut his arm off. I'll slow him down. There we go. All right. Good stuff. Spikeweeds won it there. All right. So as long as I have enough spikeweeds in that lane, I should be okay. I do need to get rid of these other guys coming. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them with barrels. This is where spikeweeds have the huge problem right here. I'll get rid of that guy. Let's break that spikeweed. Two of them came in that spikeweed lane though, so that's probably okay. I'm gonna get rid of these guys right here. Okay, this lane, that lane in the middle is gonna have some trouble in a little bit here. Actually, all lanes are gonna have trouble in a bit. Plant that there, hopefully get rid of those guys. I'm probably going to use plant food on that one right there. I'm trying to see where other lanes need it right now. Knock that guy off. I'll get rid of one of them at the very least. This lane at the top, how's it doing? Not good, alright. So I have two left. Firepower on that guy. Firepower on that guy. That guy should die right here, and he does. Alright, so not a smooth one there at all. Now, like I said, guys, I can, or I could have used some of the money to go ahead and flip all the zombies away. We could do that. However, I didn't want to do that. That's not what we're doing here. So what? I can start with an extra one of these. Oh, because I'm full in sun. No, I don't really want that. I'm gonna actually go ahead and try the freezing guy instead. Alright, now it might have been a bad decision to not take a basic firing thing. Now, see, those guys, like, I don't need to use spike weeds, but they do so much damage. So, I'm going to go back to my other strategy where I do a lot of firepower. I think that works generally very well. And grab a spike weed to also slow them down. Now, I could... No, I don't need that. No, I don't need that. Okay, I think this... No, I'm not going to have time for that. I'll freeze him at the start here to help save me some time. Let's rock. Unfortunately, I couldn't grab the 200 sun, so I'm going to be definitely slow at the start here. So let's go and plant these here. Alright, so we now are on level 16, which is pretty good. We haven't lost any lawnmowers or anything yet, though I guess these are deck scrubbers here. But we haven't lost any yet. That's the good news. Though we've definitely had some trouble already. I will say that. We're not doing super well or anything in that regard. Let's go ahead and freeze this one guy off the bat right away. That way my thing can spawn in time as quickly as possible. Alright, I'm going to keep planting these. I don't need to plant that 100 sun shooter just yet. Now I can go ahead and add it in. It's still pretty early for that one. I probably could have waited one more turn around. However, I want to make sure I don't lose any of my sunflower plants either. Sometimes you get really unlucky on the sunflower spawning. Alright, so we got 2 guys coming in those top lanes. The top and oh, come on. They really had to come in those lanes? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to freeze this guy. Add some firepower to kill off that guy. Wait for another 100 sun to kill off that bottom guy. And there it is. There's my guy. Alright, so now at least those lanes are relatively defended for now. I'm going to keep adding some more sunflowers in here while I can. Of course, that guy would come in the lane that has nothing ready for it. Obviously. And he's gone quite some ways in already. I'm going to add at least a little bit of firepower. Should have added it to the far back spot. That actually was a misclick. And that freeze that guy? That's right, they do not. I forgot. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and slow this guy down at least a little bit. That thing will at least stall the next zombie that does come in here. I'm going to add another one of these guys, kill him off. Don't want to risk it. There we go. Have some trouble brewing in the middle lane here. The other guys on the side are no problem. The guy in the middle is a problem. I have no sun though. That's also an issue. Oh man, now I definitely need that 200 sun here. But I need the sun down here for this guy. Damn. Game is trolling me, man. Game is trolling me. I need 200 sun. I don't have 200 sun. This guy's gonna eat some of my stuff here too. No, I want to save. I could use that. I definitely need this 200 sun here to finish this guy off. I don't think it's even good enough anymore, honestly, at this point in time. Yeah, I'm not sure it's gonna be good enough. This guy might get through at least one plant, maybe 2. I hope he doesn't get through the whole lane. That's the one thing I'm worried about. And okay, I didn't need to freeze him or anything. That's good. I actually don't need this. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this guy here at the top. I just need to save up some sun for other stuff. I really just need the 200 sun at this point in time. Now, there we go. Add that to that lane. This lane down here is okay for now. Oh, now it's not okay. Okay, cool. As soon as I planted that thing, it's not okay at all. It's not even close to okay. Damn. Damn. That's so annoying. That is so annoying. Extra firepower will help out, but it's not going to be good enough. I can't freeze those guys either. I don't know if I can kill that guy, and it's not going to matter. There's a guy right behind him in time. Yeah, we've lost that lane. Okay, so we lost the bottom lane here. Will it kill those guys? Okay, it does kill them. All right. But it doesn't go off the water. All right. Break that. Now we do have a bunch. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Look at that. What the hell is that top lane? That's top lane's bullshit is what that is right there. All right, we'll go ahead and freeze this first guy right here. Do as much damage as we can to that lane. Break that one guy. There's literally nothing in the bottom lane though. That's not even gonna help. Alright guys, I think we've lost this time around. With no sun here to start us off, we got really screwed. Like I said, I could spend the coins down there to go ahead and pinch and kill those zombies, but it's just not worth it. I don't want to spend real money on any of this stuff. Not real money, the coin money in game. So we're gonna go ahead and lose right there at level 15. No, the zombies ate my brains. Oh boy. Alright, well, we were able to finish off. There goes our game over. High score is level 16. That's good with me. Pretty good with me. I like that. So there we go. That's Pirate's Booty right there. We're able to go all the way to level 16, I guess it technically said. So that's good stuff for us. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next time we'll be jumping back actually to the start over here to go ahead and start working on a couple more of these stars. Now the reason I need to do those is because we have 28 and we need 30 to move on to the next world anyway. So I'll be jumping back here to do some of those. So till then guys, take it easy. Peace.